Welcome to Spinsterhood. My name's Jill and I'll be your guide, and I just got back from Disney World. So I thought today I'd share with you my observations and my wisdom that I learned on my trip. Observation number 1, get there early. These parks open early in the morning, but sometimes they have extra magic hours, which essentially means that people who are staying in the Disney resorts can go into the park an hour early. It's a little discriminatory, but you know, they're shelling out a ton of money to stay there. So, I mean, I guess it all works out. My point being though, is that if you get there at the time that the park actually opens, when it had extra magic hours, there's already going to be a line at the ride that you want to get on. So make sure that you pay attention to that and make sure that you do get there early, because these lines go bananas, usually like half hour after the park has opened. Observation 2, pack food. You can bring food into the parks. I didn't realize this. You can bring whatever food you want. I mean, I'm sure there's like a limit, like don't bring like a full cooked turkey, but sandwiches, some chips, granola bar, whatever, bottles of water, you can bring it all into the park. They just will check all your stuff, but that will save you a ton of cash because, as one can imagine, food in Disney is not cheap, okay? It's not. Observation number 3, wear comfortable shoes. I bought a pair of Skechers for this trip, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made. They have that go-go mat, yoga mat, whatever. It's like super cushy in the sole and totally worth it because I walked about 8 miles a day. And I will say I did see some women wearing wedges and heels around Disney. Why? I don't understand. But I will tell you one thing. If you are able to wear heels or wedges the entire day for 8 miles and your shoes are not filled with blood by the end of the day, you have my respect. And I am completely impressed because that is a skill that I do not have. Observation number 4, don't answer your phone once you've gotten through the line and are actually at the ride, where they're usually giving a little bit of a video explaining what the ride's gonna be about. I'm looking right at you, Cheryl from Idaho. Don't do it. It's not necessary. And it's annoying. We've all waited in line 50 minutes. We don't need to hear about your personal family issues, okay? The ride has started. Just silence your phone, or, you know, hey, I'm sorry, I'm in a ride. I'll call you right back, okay? I gotta be quiet. Don't be loud. What? I mean, indoor voice, come on. And last but not least, observation number 5 is that Disney really is for everyone. You know, it's not just for people with small kids. Because to be honest, Disney with little kids, sometimes it's not that great. They got to go to the bathroom like all the time. You got to change their diaper many times, and that's just kind of gross. You know, they're heavy. You got to carry them, and they don't want to be pushed in the stroller. Otherwise, you're pushing them in the stroller all the time, which is really hard to navigate the enormity of the crowds at Disney with a stroller. I mean, you try pushing a stroller after one of these night shows lets out, it's thousands upon thousands of people, and you got to push a stroller without being, it's just, people are encroaching in your space. Ugh. And if your kid is too small to ride the ride, guess who's not going on that ride? You aren't. You're not going on it. They can't go on it. You're not going on it. But as a single person, you can go on whatever ride you want to go on. You can move much more freely around the park, or just kind of, you know, push people around. You got to keep your eye out for those strollers though, because they're everywhere. But it's definitely a really good time, and it's something that I think a lot of people, single adults, don't really have on their radar as a hot vacation destination. But I'm here to tell you that it should be added to your list of options because it's awesome. It's really, really awesome. And you do feel like a kid again when you're there. And honestly, that's a feeling that we don't get too often as adults because, you know, we're under the crushing weight of bills and responsibility. So anyway, think about Disney as an option and let your cares just disappear. for the time that you're there. And then when you get the bill for Disney, you know, you can deal with that later. So yeah, till next time, you stay confident. And this has been Spinsterhood.